Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Grow and Clip Bonsai for Seniors. Today is February 2nd of 2023. It's Thursday. Right now it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 3 degrees Celsius. But tonight and into the morning, around 6 in the morning, it's going down to 0 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 18 degrees Celsius. Today we're going to do Steve's request. That's Steve from the garden. He's got a very good channel. Check him out. Plus my winter kills. And no, I am not perfect. But you think that's stopping me? Heck no. But first, let's show what Steve wanted to see. I told him about my old tube tester to get it out of the way. And there it is, Steve. That's my dad's old tube tester. And here's the book, the substitution book for the tubes that are bad. And then there's another list with all the prices for the tubes. So it's something else. And then back on the wall there, up there, that's my dad's old Frankenstein equipment. What they were used for, I don't know. There's ion exchanger and all kinds of stuff up there, but it's pretty good, so I'm saving them. That's a good remembrance. So let me close up the box on the tube tester so Mr. Kevin doesn't get into it and it doesn't fall off. I got it on my old alma mater rocking chair. It's been handed down from my friend's father that died, my friend that died, so now I got it. So it's a good rocking chair where Kevin and I sit on sometimes and just while away the time. Now, I don't know, I got my bucket for all the debris and stuff. So here is that ficus, and that went by the way of the highway. I couldn't save it, so I don't know what happened. It was dead all the way up through there. So, but you think I'm going to quit? No, I'm going to get another one. Go from there and try it out. Probably the winter was all dried out, but you never know. You try to save the stuff and see if you can save it or not. So that's out of the way. You put the dead stuff there. All the root cuttings, they were all dead. So, and a lot of the geraniums that I had outside, remember when they froze, we tried to save them. I think they went by the way of the highway. Now the Bahama berry, I probably should have never ordered it in the winter time, so that's dry and dead. So Steve, I think you're right, not enough water for these, or maybe not enough mixture in the soil. But let's cut it back and see how far dead it is. I'll cut all this back to here and see if there is any life. And nope, it's brown. So that went by the way of the highway. Let's take it out. So Steve was discussing the problems with me, and yep, probably could be the dryness too, plus the winter. Well, you're not seeing what I'm doing. Plus the winter kill, when I ordered it in the mail, was still good, but the soil is still cold, and nothing's growing on there, and the roots, no life to them. They're all deader than a doornail. So, in the spring, I have to try again. Got to do something, Tom. You got to keep doing it. You can't give up. Remember Thomas Edison? He went through over 1,000 trials before he ever invented a light bulb. So, something like that starts, don't give up. So that's the Bahama berry when we got it on 10/14 of 2022. So maybe by the cold windows, that's what did them in. But let's cut the trunk back on this one. And that's deader than a doornail. So let's take it out. Yeah, you're going to say, Tom, what the heck's good is your video if you keep getting stuff that's dying? Yeah, but that's winter kill. Winter in the basement. So I get a lot of losses, but I get a lot of ones that survive. So this one went by the way of the highway also. So we're going to save the soil, put it in the yard. And we'll try again. Nothing you can do but try again. Never give up. So, my Mujan tea, what happened to them? You're right, Steve. Even though I got water in there, they still look like they're dried out, but this one's growing. Even though the leaves are dead, this one's starting to grow. So, with this one, we're going to try to repot it. Now, this one, I don't know if it's alive. So, we're going to cut it back to there. And as you can see, it's still green. So, these two are still hanging in there. So we're not going to give up on them. We're going to repot them. But before we go into anything, I bet you're going to say, Tom, how did that leaf experiment turn out? Well, we cut the main vein out of the leaf and then put the cuttings into the soil. So what's going on with that one? So, did all the leaves die? I don't know. Let's take it apart. Let's see, every day I try to open it up. And so far, get the bag off, Tom, so the people can see. So far they're green, and there's nothing black and nothing rotten. So our little hoop house is working. I try to open it up every day to give it a little air space. I mean, a little bit of fresh air. Close it up, put it back, and we'll keep an eyeball on it and see if it grows. So let's get these little guys out. First, I'm going to take the soil out of here. Now, this is Ted's mix. It's a good mix. And what I'm going to do, and no, I'm not going to give up on the Bahama berries. I'm going to buy another one and give it a shot again. You don't give up. If something happens, you don't throw the towel in. That's why people fail. But I'm not going to give up. Tom never gives up. And tomorrow's my convention. So I'm all excited for that. So, the one we cut, we're going to get our gunmetal lipstick out. This is by Fantasy Makers. And this is, what was it again? Gunmetal lipstick. We're just going to hit where we cut right there. It looks like cut paste. You never know the difference. Why spend all that money on cut paste? So, what I'm going to do is, with the Ted's mix, because these things here are a little bit discombobulated, I'm going to throw some of this mixture I had for the money tree. And we might need a little bit faster draining soil, so we're going to try this in there. I'll put that in the bottom of the pot, so I'm going to have to put my chopstick in there to hold it down so we don't lose the hole. And let's see what we got inside of the root system. Now, we're not going to take a lot off the roots. We're just going to repot it until we can get it to start to grow again. Okay, Tom. Let's get this guy out of the way. Get this over here. I'm going to spritz it. And you can see there is really new roots growing on there. You can see the white tips. So, we're just going to... Tom, what'd you do with the chopstick now? There it is. You're losing your mind here. I'm just going to take it off. Yeah, Steve, on some of these, you're right. It gets dry in certain areas, but you can feel the soil is still cold. But these Moujane cheese look like they're strong, so that's good. So all I'm going to do is just rough up the soil, because this soil is still cold. The basement's cold. But I don't have overhead lights on them or nothing, just what goes in through the windows. And I can't believe it. My mangroves are growing. Would you believe that? Not growing a lot, but the leaves are still green. So what does that tell you? Certain plants make it in the basement and certain ones don't. So I don't know what's going on, but we're going to go for gold here. try to get them all to live. So I got my Miko's root pack. Wet the bottom there. I'm putting it in there because we got to give this, with the new roots growing, we want to get this thing nice. So I'm going to put a little bit on top of that. Let's put it in so the white caps can get in there. Just like that. Let's get our cocktail spoon. Put it in. Never give up, never give up. You give up, that's when you fail. I don't care if you fail 10,000 times. I think that's what Edison did. He failed a lot. But you think he quit giving up on the light bulb? Heck no. So I don't care if you're 100 years old going on 101. And if you are, God bless your soul. But don't give up. Try it. Have fun with your bonsai. You give up. What did I do wrong? That's what you got to put notes on. What did you do wrong? Now this one's got white caps on it. So we're just going to put some of this mix because it's going to be easier to get into the pot. And that bucket with all the old soil. I'm going to use that to put around my rose bushes and all the other ones that the soil sunk in, especially that hole in the front where they dug for putting in the, I don't know if it was electric or water pipes, whatever they were doing. So it keeps sinking, so this is going to be good to keep adding it. So there we go. Got it in. Get a little more. If you ain't got nothing to put the soil in, use your hand. That's why God made his hands to use them. So don't forget to use them. If you ain't got a rag, God made pants, so that's why you got to wear pants. And here's Kevin. He's saying, Tom, what are you doing? Are you doing all right? Yes, I am, Kev. We're trying here. He had to make an appearance. So he's doing good. So, we got this one going. And I'm going to put a little more gunmetal on this tip. So these Mujan teas, they're strong little devils, I'll tell you that. And I'll try to find one of them bulbous ficus again and give it another shot. You got nothing to lose. So I think with those type of ficus, I'm going to do a Nigel Saunders mix. But I use the fluorite with the peat because I can't get the other stuff. And the fluorite's just as good. And you think, oh, Tom, that stuff will collapse. I still got it in my fish tanks for over 3 years and it's still good. Okay, so we got that. We'll give it a little squirt there. Let's put it on the side. Let's get this old soil out of here. Yeah, it's a mess. That's why I got the sign. Where is the sign? I got these 2 signs, which fits me to a T. Bless this mess and don't straighten me out. I'm enjoying this confusion. So, let's get it up here. There we go. So, Steve, I hope you like the tube tester. Check out Steve's channel. He's got a good channel. It's pretty good. So, are we getting any white caps on this one? Even though it's green. The soil's cold. I don't know if you can... I wish you were here to feel it, but that's the basement. There's nothing I can do. Whatever heat comes from the pipes over here, heating the house, that's all the heat we get in the basement. So are we getting any white caps? I don't see any. But we're just gonna jostle the roots a little bit and see if there's anything growing, or if this one was too wet. I don't know, but it's cold. So let's just take it out. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And don't be afraid. Just go for it. You fail, you fail. And if you did, take it apart. See what's going on. Now, sorry there, little guy. These roots still look pretty good. They're not flaking off or dead. So they're still strong. They're not black. So we're just teasing them a little bit so we can repot it. And I think we can put it in that other pot. Let's take the soil out of here. We'll give it a faster draining mix. Even though Ted's is a fast drainer, I don't know why it's all in the basement. It's probably a bit too cold for some of the soil to evaporate. Well, we'll find out what's going on. So I'm just taking some of this out here. I'm going to leave the rest of the Ted's mix in here because this is a good mix. And then I'm going to take some more of this mix, and we're going to mix it up to give it a faster drain. So it's probably my fault. Maybe a little bit too much water on this one. The other one not enough water. Depends how the spots that they were in, how they were able to, how the water was supposed to evaporate out of the soil. But we don't know. Just go from there and try again. Never give up. Never. And you're going to think I'm going to just show you all the good stuff? Heck no. Whatever dies on me, I'm going to show it to you. I'm not one of them guys that are saying, look, all my plants are alive. See, I can't do nothing wrong. Nope, that's not me. I goof up, I goof up. Okay. Now that we got that, let's get another root pack. Stick it in. Put it in the bottom there. Firmicus is good for helping everything grow. It's beneficial bacteria, so you ain't going to kill it. It's not fertilizer where it's going to damage the roots that are growing or burn them or anything. It's just a beneficial bacteria. Hopefully that the white caps go into the package and these packages dissolve. So don't worry about it. Maybe not as fast as if they were outside, but they do dissolve. So I'm going to put a little bit of soil on there. And this one, because there's a lot going on, we're just going to cut this root ball back. Tom, don't use your good scissors on that. Let's use this. I'm just going to cut it back. And tomorrow at my landscape convention, every time I go to that thing, it's always cold or it's snowing. So, what are you going to do? So some of these are wet and I don't want them to rot. So I got that on top of there. We're going to keep it up a little bit higher so we can get this to get that off. And I'm going to take this, the dry, and stick it around there. And that way there. We'll see if this Moujon tea grows. Some of the roots are still good. Not giving up. I'm going to let that root ball dry a little bit. But we're going to wet it around the edges here so we can get that stuff, get the other soil a little bit damp so it goes out and feeds the other roots. Never give up. And I don't care if I fail 1,000 times. If I fail, I'm going to show you my failures. I am not perfect. So don't be afraid. You fail, show it. You fail. What the heck's the difference? But we're going to try them leaf cutting. So far, I can't believe that they lasted this long. So that's pretty good. Tom, you're a little crooked in the pot, huh? Who cares? We want our little one to grow. So we'll put this here. We got our gunmetal there. It's good to take the cap off. I use these on these little pipettes. So I put it on my scissors to keep the points good. Get them little pipettes, or what do you cost you, $1? See, this is nice and loose. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to cut it back a little bit more to a little. That one's the dry one. So I'm not going to lie to you on that, but all these other ones I cut off. I don't know if you can see that. Looks a little bit green. So, give it a shot. And today is Thursday. And what's Thursday night? Make yourself a nice cup of tea. You pull out a book and you sit back and release and get your mind off all the electronics. And what else? Yes, they're still growing. My Pokemoke, they're still there. I can show you all my mess here. What are you going to do? Cold weather, it's hard to clean down in the basement. Holy arthritis gets a bothering you. And remember, if you got something that hurts you, don't say my. You know why? Because if you say my, then your body owns it. So I call it arthritis, and I am bound to get rid of it. So, we got that watered in, just on the sides, because I don't want to get that root ball any more wetter than it is, so I don't rot any of the roots. And we'll go from there. We got it in. And we'll throw a little bit more of this dry stuff on the corner there. There we go. So, don't be afraid. Make a mistake, show it. Nobody's perfect. And I don't have no fancy grow lights. Whatever this light is on right now doing the video, and whatever light's in the basement, that's all I got. I don't know, I shut the fish tanks off, but I'll have to show you what light comes in, because now, this is good to show the kids. I got a window here in the living room, a window in the middle, and a window down here. So in the dead of winter, the sun was here. Now it's into the third part, this section of the window. And then as summer comes along, it moves, and it moves all the way to here. So that's how I know when the days are getting longer. And you know what today is? It's Groundhog Day. And what did the groundhog do? He saw his shadow, so that means we got 6 more weeks of winter with below temperatures. Hopefully the little guy's wrong, but you never know. So, long video. I gotta let you guys go. It's Friday. Have a cup of tea. And not Friday, it's Thursday. I'm getting ready for the show tomorrow. I'm thinking what I'm gonna look at. So you take care, and if I find anything interesting and I bring anything home, I'll show it to you. If not, well, I always check, see what new bugs are in the neighborhood and what's attacking, what invasives are there. So let's hope our Mujan teas come along. They're still green. The trunks are still green. We'll go from there. So good book, cup of tea, and get your mind off the videos for a while. Even if it's an hour. Stay with a book for an hour, and then you can catch up on all your old videos. So you take care, cup of tea, and hopefully to see you tomorrow if I find anything good.